Hey, welcome back to DieCash Cars. So, a little good news, bad news today. And as you can see, I got all three of my NFTs, Fast and Furious R34s with the reverse colorway. I mean, that is thumbs up. Just glad that the process of completing the three 19 car sets on a single account worked. I got 3 tokens. Everything was executed beautifully. Let me check out with all 3 cars with only 1 payment for shipping, which was beautiful. It was about $7. All 3 cars showed up on the same exact day. But similar to the Hot Wheels RLC Toyota Supra drop, which was one of my latest videos, you guys can go back and double check that vid. But Hot Wheels RLC Mattel, again, when it comes to quality and the packaging, I mean, of the 3 that I got, I mean, just kind of showing you guys very roughly. I know it's still in blister, but take my word for it, the overall card and blister are intact, and the overall condition is okay. It's kind of what we come to expect with RLC Mattel Creations. There are some factory dimples, and you know, the corners aren't perfect, but it's all displayable, I would say. So that's sample number 1. Sample number 2, the only thing I noticed on this one is there is a little bit of a crease line there on the bottom left hand corner, but overall still intact. This I would still give Mattel Creations a bit of a pass on, but this number 3 that showed up, this one is unacceptable. I mean, immediately you can see how bent the card is. I mean, this car was basically mashed into this protector pack, and I mean, you guys will see the amount of damage on this thing is, I mean, it's truly sad, right? Because again, we know the hoops that it took to actually get this car, but again, just focusing on the damage here, right? I don't know what level of quality acceptability this is at the Mattel factory, but I mean, clearly the whole back piece is there. You guys saw it was basically bent within the protector. I mean, the front, I guess, somewhat passes, although you do get these crazy crease lines here on the sides. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I could wiggle this car out. I mean, at this point, I mean, there's enough of an opening here, but yeah, pretty upset about this one, guys. I mean, you guys, again, go and watch the video that I just made about the quality control of the Toyota Supras. I mean, that's a very known situation. I would say more than 50% of us that picked up the Toyota Supra from RLC got it with the blister essentially hanging off the card. The Supra itself, you could just take it right out. I mean, it was essentially a loose RLC release. I mean, that's pretty much what it was. And that one, I gave Hot Wheels a pass because I got 2. One was fully carded and okay, decent enough on the card to where I wasn't going to say much. The other one was completely off. But again, like I mentioned, I wanted one of those Supras loose anyways, just to enjoy all the features. This R34, again, I'm not going to be so lenient. I mean, this is just unacceptable, okay? Because this is a different level of release. Again, with the NFTs, it's such a lengthy and complex process. I mean, having a Coinbase account, converting real USD into a cryptocurrency called Flow, transferring it into the virtual marketplace through RLC, and then actually having to collect all 19 cars out of these virtual packs that only hold about 7 or 8 cars. I mean, you guys know the video. I actually had to purchase a full 8 packs in order to get 2 redeemables, and then I had to spend an additional $50 just to get the completed 3rd set to get this Skyline right here. So again, a lot of hoops to jump through just to get this redeemable, and this is the kind of care that Mattel is sending us. I mean, it's pretty up, to be perfectly honest and blunt. And the worst part about this whole situation is that I've already called Mattel multiple times. I've created a case to just understand what my options are, and I'm pretty much hitting a brick wall when it comes to Mattel customer service. First off, none of the customer service reps really understand what NFTs are. It's kind of disappointing given that that's their product and that's what they're pushing, and they've been pushing for the last couple of years. But the concept of collecting 19 NFTs, virtual cars, is lost on that team. Apparently there's no communication between the Hot Wheels Dream Team and customer service. But they basically told me that there are no replacements left, and that the only option I have is to return the car for a $25 refund. And I was kind of double checking my math here, like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right, because $25 is just the price of one virtual pack. There's only 7 or 8 cars in that pack. You couldn't even complete, you physically cannot complete a set of 19 with one pack. So I asked customer service, how do they come up with that math? And they go by the value of the most singular item you purchase. And I'm just thinking to myself, that math does not add up. So again, another flaw within the Mattel Creations customer service channel. So I basically asked to be escalated up to the supervisor. I shared with them the situation. Again, they're really pushing back, basically saying there's no other option. So again, I've pretty much hit a dead-end wall. I have basically what you could say is a loose NFT R34. I mean, look at that. You see how easy that was to open that up? I mean, this is essentially how it came out of the box. And I guess the only silver lining here, guys, is that I am now able to showcase this out of blister for you guys. I mean, at least from a channel standpoint, this is a positive. But wow, I mean, talk about loss of value, which is a big thing that we talk about on this channel. I mean, secondary market on this NFT R34 with the reverse colorway right now sitting at about $325. I've seen $300, I've seen $350. $325 is about the median price right now. In loose form like this, I mean, there's been a number of folks selling these direct from the Mattel factory. Again, I will point this out too. Somehow, eBay sellers are able to get 1 million of these to sell loose on eBay, but for some reason, customer service has no access to replacements for when the blister card all comes in damaged, which is, again, very up. But nonetheless, I'm stuck with this loose piece, which, again, not all bad. I mean, I can admire it. But from a value standpoint, I was supposed to have $1,000 worth of NFT skylines, and now I'm stuck with about $650 plus maybe about $200, which is about what loose NFT R34s are going for right now. And again, that's a huge step up from the $200 total that I spent on all 3 of these, I guess you can say, right? But it's just very disappointing. I know that on the box itself it says that these NFTs are meant for ages 3 and up. I don't know if that is the little bit of wiggle room that Mattel is then able to get away with packaging and shipping these out as a 3-year-old. But we all know that the whole NFT crypto process, I mean, that's just pretty advanced to where it's gonna have to be an adult that's going to be doing this, i.e. these are adult collectibles. So yeah, they should have put a little bit more care to the packaging of these items. I mean, I've purchased higher end items from other brands, other products, and man, when you're talking about an item that could hold a value of about $200 plus, kind of like this R34, I mean, they put so much effort into the packaging. I mean, a box within a box with all kinds of styrofoam and packaging, peanuts and what have you. But Hot Wheels, Mattel, RLC, I mean, this was your standard card jammed into a blister, jammed into a box, and then thrown into a box where it could shake around quite easily. I mean, there's no QC, there's no one checking the quality on these things, so that's just super disappointing. But enough of the bad news, let's just get into the review of the diecast itself. Again, this is the Nissan SKYLINE R34 casting. This is just the regular premium / mainline version of it. It's not an opening hood, which I know a lot of people were upset about that, but again, this is NFT, not RLC, so it makes sense that they didn't give us the full premium R34 casting. It does come with a metal base, which is great. It just adds that little bit of heft to the overall casting, so it feels great in your hands. I do like the Real Rider choice that they picked here. It does have a little bit of a blue hint in the color. I don't know if that was on purpose or if that's just productioning, but it does match the overall car and scheme really well. So overall, I mean, this is a great looking car. I actually like this better than the original movie car colorway. That's silver with blue stripes. It looks a lot sharper with this dark blue and silver stripes here. But the really cool thing about this Nissan SKYLINE R34 from the Fast and Furious franchise, Too Fast, Too Furious to be specific, is that we've seen it multiple times within the Hot Wheels world. I mean, its first debut in 2012, and this is the most original casting where the spoiler is black. That's the infamous black spoiler R34. Then we moved into premium formats a number of times. We've seen it in premium mainline, silver label if you will. We've seen it as a monster truck back in 2023, which this is just cool. These are actually pretty plentiful, and I believe there is even a second release out there as well too. So if you don't have this one to complete your Too Fast Too Furious R34 collection, that's a good one. The now defunct ID line, we saw it then as well too, and this is one of the more unique ones where you get a full Zamac body. This is still sealed and packed, so I can't show you much more, but take my word for it, it does look really nice. And last but not least, how could you forget about the Target exclusive Team Transport Liberty Walk ER34 version, which you would think something like this wouldn't have been licensed by Fast and Furious, but it was. And also by Liberty Walk. So somehow Hot Wheels was able to sneak on multiple licenses with something like this that deviates quite a bit from the original, but we're all happy that Hot Wheels was able to get that licensing all paired up, because this release right here is pretty fantastic. I mean, imagine this Team Transport ER34 in this colorway. That would be really cool. But yeah, there's been quite a collection of this Too Fast Too Furious R34, and now we have a reverse colorway exclusive from Hot Wheels NFT. So hopefully you were able to get one of these NFTs, because again, from an investing side of things, it's pretty much sky high right now in that $300 territory. And then from a collector side of things, it's pretty awesome as well too, because it goes with all of these different types of releases that we've seen with this Too Fast Too Furious R34. And I'm hoping my packaging issue was really just a one-off. Hopefully I'm the only one that had that issue. Hopefully you guys all got good packaging so you guys can display it with confidence. And if anything changes from Mattel customer service, I will keep you guys updated. But again, the multiple customer service reps that I've talked to, it seems like it's a dead end. Doesn't seem like they're going to be helping me much. So again, Mattel, if you're listening, gotta work on replacements. You gotta anticipate that. Gotta show a little bit more accountability. I mean, a lot of us have been in the Hot Wheels and Mattel game for so long. It's kind of a slap in the face when we run into situations like bad packaging and just carelessness overall, and you guys kind of get away with it. I mean, with the Supra, the last ROC release, and now with something as iconic, as important as this NFT R34, kind of disappointing. Again, I am literally a packaging major. If you guys need any help or assistance in that area, reach out to your boy DieCash Cars. That's what I got for you guys today. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on DieCash Cars.